Hello everybody and welcome to Evermizer Weekly Seed number 3 for the year 2025. We got a matchup today between NYRambler and Vultus. Gonna get kicked off here, go through the opening sequence and see what our settings are. We got hard difficulty, short boss rush waiting for us at the end. All accessibility is on. Energy core is vanilla, so we have to make it up to Omnitopia, talk to the professor, and get the chessboard unlocked, the other side of the chessboard unlocked. And then head back down to Evermore, pick it up, head back up to space. It's a whole thing. What else we got? Alchemy checks, bosses, and gourds are all pooled together in a balanced, mixed pool strategy. Sniffs ingredients are vanilla. Let's see. Alchemy formulas are fully randomized. Call beat spells are swapped. We are allowing only the Atlas glitch. And then we have an even 200% experience gain and 268% money gain. So Rambler gets the skip, Vultus gets the skip just a second later. So we are neck and neck in the beginning moments of the game, of the seed. So we'll see what some of these opening gourds have for us. We'll see if they have some interesting spells for us. Or perhaps we'll find another weapon. 500 talons is great to find, since we are in Talon land. We are in, what is this called? I'm trying to remember. There's Omnitopia, there's Prehistoria, that's where we are. I'm trying to remember the names of all of the... There's just so many names. So many words in this game. Another 30 talon, another 100 talon. Wow, we are loaded. We are loaded with talons, with raptor claws, and iron. We found a good bit of iron as well. Both of our runners getting the 3 gourds over here. Nothing but water and mushrooms. Kind of a soggy forest outcropping over there. Little bit of a divergence here, though our runners will be doing the same thing Fireball found, okay? So once again, the alchemy formulas are completely randomized. We don't know what Fireball requires. Yeah, hopefully it requires iron and water, since we have a bunch of that right now. Actually, hopefully it doesn't require iron. Well, we will be going to Act 3. Act 3 is the place to be. A lot of boss checks there and everything like that, so both of our runners just walking right up to the front door, the front void, and knocking on the nothing to get the attention of Fire Eyes. We'll see what we get for the drop here at the flash drop. It's even worse than Flash. All right, Fireball is oil and 2 brimstone. Okay, that's castable. Once you get to Act 2, once you get through the opening area, and Reflect also found slow burn, feather, and iron. So yeah, Fireball will be used a good bit. It's a little more expensive than it normally is. It is normally brimstone and 2 ash, so double brimstone and then requiring oil instead of ash is a little bit pricier, but still accessible and castable, especially with 268% money gain. Yeah, not gonna be a problem. Just need to get to Act 2 and get to Horus's camp. So a little bit of leveling up now here in the Badlands against these Skelisnails. We'll see how much time and how many levels the runners will decide to commit to this. Now, you see they are dealing single-digit damage against these Skelisnails. Remember, we are on hard difficulty. Already, I think Vultus' dog died and had to be brought back with a biscuit. I think that was what was going on the right-hand side of the screen. So, going to play a little bit more precautious. Oh, 16. Yeah, big hit for a Skeletsnail. That hard difficulty is not messing around. The Vultus hits level 4. I think that is all of the Skeletsnails that spawn. Maybe he could walk back and forth to spawn a couple more from the outskirts. Rambler's still slapping away at a couple of snails. So Vultus is the first to come to the shop to get the Jaguar ring and check out these gourds. Crush is found, and Barrier. Wow, a lot of alchemy found very early on, which is nice because they'll be able to see what is castable, and if something is, they'll be able to make a plan based off of those ingredients. So once we get south to the Hardball Alchemist, we'll see if Crush is something that a formula that is easily accessible in the shops. Same thing with Reflect. So Vultus a little bit out in front right now. Rambler spending a little bit more time. There's an Amulet of Annihilation. Trade that for a Chocobo egg. That is... that guy behind the boxes is not a check in the randomizer, but I guess he's still there. I guess he's still coded and exists there. Could you turn in this Amulet of Annihilation to that guy and get a Chocobo egg? I don't know. Alright. Vultus comes to the cave of the Hardball Alchemist first. So we'll see what the drop is here. Force Field! Oh my gosh, more alchemy. Okay, time to look at all of this stuff. Slow Burn. Okay, Reflect is castable. Force Field, not. Crush, not. Gunpowder. Ugh, yeah, that ain't happening. Barrier, Crystal and Limestone. But yeah, Reflect and Fireball going to be castable. I'm trying to remember if Gunpowder is... I know it's you can purchase it in... And some call beads, nice. I know that you can purchase it, and it looks as though the call beads are swapped in the settings, and those are vanilla call beads spells for Fire Eyes. So that is good, knowing that you're going into the Thrax fight with a few casts of Lightning Storm. Vultus now headed into the big bug, and Rambler on his way through. Yeah, Rambler also checking and realizing that he has vanilla spells in his call beads as well. The Vultus making it to the back of the bug as Rambler is walking in the front door. Continuing to keep this lead from the early leveling against the Skeletsnails. Vultus just, I think, yeah, Vultus's dog is one level lower. So I think Vultus hit level 4 with the boy and bailed and didn't continue to fight to level up the dog. That is the big difference, is sitting around to fight another like 2 or 3 Skeletsnails. Alright. And appropriate randomized music brought in by our soundtrack here, our shuffled soundtrack. We get the music for the Thrax fight. So Vultus has that kicking off right now. Rambler has one more gourd to pick up. So let's see what Vultus decides to do. Probably throw down some lightning storms against the heart. Just deal as much damage as quickly as possible. Actually, he's knocking on the front cage. Okay, well, he's gonna, I guess, swap to the dog. Nope, doesn't successfully swap to the dog, just gets screamed at. Although I guess the scream just kind of does damage. Oh, he is surrounded by those maggots right now. Rambler now starting his fight against Thrax. I guess Vultus, seeing that he only has a couple of call beads, is deciding to keep them. Rambler, not. Rambler is immediately throwing down 2 lightning storms. Let's see how much damage this does to the heart. Once again, hard difficulty, so 257 is lower than usual, but still almost half of Thrax's heart health done in that one burst, which is going to kind of catch him up, since Vultus is being a little bit more conservative with his call bead usage right now. Vultus's dog is down, Rambler staying well healed, Vultus giving the dog a biscuit, bringing him back, and now deciding to switch to use the call beads. So let's see if this pushes him over the edge. Only 200 damage. A low randomized damage roll right there. Unfortunate. Okay, there he is. I don't know what he cast over there. I was watching the left-hand side what Rambler was doing. Oh, and so there it is. So, Rambler having a cleaner, quicker fight against Thrax. So that's going to close the gap and catch him up a little bit of time from the gap between... Oh, there's Levitate. Okay, well, since the only glitch allowed is Atlas, that puts the... If it's castable, that puts the volcano in play, so he may stick around in Act 1 for a little bit, since we have Levitate now. That may send them automatically just to the north, although I can see them abandoning Act 1. Oh, and there's the Horn Spear. Okay, so now we have a cutting weapon. I was like, where is our cutting weapon? I could see them also deciding to go to Act 2. Oh, and Cryoblast projectiles. Okay. Don't have infinite ammo, but that... Okay, so now we have some incentives. We have, Fireball uses Brimstone. That kind of pushes them towards Act 2 so they can purchase that. Now they've picked up 30 Cryoblast, it kind of pushes them towards Act 3 to try and get that guaranteed, bazooka. To have against, to use against some of these nastier bosses. Really any bosses. So interesting decisions to make. Nothing necessarily one way or the other for logic's sake. But really it's just like, okay, I have a few things that would lead, that are pushing me towards... Do I want to get Brimstone so that I have a lot of Fireball? Do I want to go get the Bazooka so that I can use those Cryoblasts that I just picked up? I have Levitate. I actually did, this entire time they've been pulling up the screens. I didn't even see what Levitate's formula requires. Do I want to stick around in Act 1? And I mean, there are mini bosses here. There's also just going through the swamp, like... Let's see what Levitate is. Oh, it's not going to show. Gonna spend a bunch of money on oil. Get some Brimstone, some Nectar. Some good healing items right there. And so Rambler's now out in the lead. I'm trying to I think Vultus spent a little bit more time like looking at his menu at the Acid Rain Alchemist. He hasn't talked to anybody additionally. Oh, Rambler leaving the jungle, then going, wait, there are a couple of gourds down here that I have access to. Hold on, wait. Or just the one gourd. All right, now to talk to the alchemist here that appears after the Thrax fight. See what he has. A biscuit for a good dog. That's it. See ya. All right, what is our decision? Rambler's headed back to the front of the village. Yeah, he is going to be leaving Act 1. Let's see where he decides to go. May go ahead and go to Act 2 just to additionally start the timer, talk to Blimp. Like, Blimp has, like, just several checks kind of built into his whole conversation, just as is. Going towards checking all of the cliffside, crustacea, gourds. Getting across the river, getting Brimstone. Yeah. Rambler is going to the southern part of the desert. Turning that Amulet of Annihilation. I don't know if that's the thing. I really don't. If you can turn it in for the Chocobo Egg. Yeah, Rambler is headed immediately to Crustacea and is going to head up and check all these gourds. Vultus also taking off, is abandoning Act 1, and is landing north of the desert in Nobilia. Oh. Good idea to change money. Rambler comes back in and goes, wait a minute, I don't have this era's currency. Let me fix that real quick. Vultus is going to also be exchanging his money. Gonna talk to the Pure Alchemist up here, see what we get. Heal, okay. What is Levitate? Levitate is 2 wax, 1 feather. Okay, so need to go to Act 3 or just find a feather somewhere out there. And Rambler picking up a Mud Pepper, which would have helped with Vanilla Levitate. As it stands, not a big deal. Oh, Vultus does have a feather on him. It looks like he was able to cast at least 1 Levitate. It was lit up. Vultus now speaking to the Atlas. And he just gives him 2 roots. Here, chew on these. They're good for strong muscles. Vultus picking up his wings, while Rambler is gathering the lift to go across the river. Vultus is done now with everything that he wants to do in Nobilia, and is about to rock skip south. Rambler did not do the conversation with Blimp, so skipped that check. And immediately went across the river, picks up 5 call beads, gets 2 bone, and is going to buy some brimstone. Yep, load up on brimstone. Yeah, he's going full fireball. Vultus throws himself into the pit north of Blimp's cave, and we'll go through this long cutscene here. And that is everything that Rambler wants to do on this side. No reason to go up into the halls. Since he doesn't have the strong enough spear to really get through. Like, he could check some gourds. That's about it. Same thing with going to the pyramid. Like, there's no reason to go and poke around in there. So Rambler's come back and is just going to walk in and talk to Blimp. Equips Levitate. Vultus just gets some water from Blimp. Yeah, Rambler has 1 cast of Levitate. Heal requires an Atlas medallion. Awesome. It's never happening. Oh, I didn't mark this for Rambler as well. Slacking here. I'm just watching. I'm having a good time just sitting back. I also have to actively do stuff on the screen. For shame. Alright, Vultus. Yeah, now we're just kind of seeing a swip swap from our runners here. Vultus now going up into Crustacea. After the Blimp cutscene, Rambler doing the cutscene after doing everything on the riverside, both riversides. Alright, Rambler headed out to the desert to the Beekeeper. Vultus is still ambling about, picking up gourds on the cliff sides. Alright, gonna get a dog collar, spiky collar, and what else from our Beekeeper? A Crusader Sword, okay. So, not a big deal. The Crusader Sword has the same... Oh, the Crusader Sword, excuse me, not the Gladiator Sword. I had them mixed up. Never mind. Crusader Sword does have more damage than the spear, than the Horn Spear. But the Horn Spear animation, still, the Spear animation just, like, moves faster. So Rambler's gonna sit out here and level up himself, get some cash, level up the... I mean, 200 experience, 268 money. It's well worth it to come out here and nuke some buzzards. Because it's going to level you and your dog up. It's going to get you some cash. Leveling up Fireball is also, you know, a great choice. It's a pretty strong spell. Vultus now showing up at Horse's camp to do the same thing. Brimstone! Purchase as much as I can. Yes, please. Yeah, Rambler's just letting the bone buzzards come to him and just popping them one at a time. Leveling up, getting some cash. Vultus taking a nap. And I guess we'll be making a hard save here. And I think, was that... I'm trying to... I'm not as... I don't remember as well the call bead spells. I think that was Blue Gardens. Alright, Rambler picking up heal from the fishmonger and realizing... Nah, mud pepper... Oh, it's 2 mud pepper and an Atlas medallion. Yeah, you're never healing yourself, ever. At least with that spell. That is out of the question. Alright, Vultus is now headed back into the desert and is probably on his way to the beekeeper right now. Rambler now speaking to the Atlas alchemist. He's going to be picking up his 2 roots. Vultus getting poisoned out in the desert and is still pretty low health. Yeah, equip that dino skin. You're... Oh my gosh, big hit right there. You're already poisoned. Okay, yeah. Don't get hit by another spider. But he will probably be doing the same thing, and after speaking to the beekeeper, we'll spend a little bit of time out here nuking some dead birds. Rambler headed to the Windwalker. Let's see if he's headed back to Act 1, or if he's headed to Act 3 to start clearing bosses, get his bazooka, etc. Vultus picks up his Crusader sword. And spiky collar for the dog. Good defense there. Act 3 it is for Rambler, landing at Tinker's Tower. And Vultus is... Well, is he just gonna rock skip back up? Let's see. Yeah, he's not going to level up here. He is headed to his Windwalker as well. Crystals, what else? Defend. Okay. Vultus now taking it to the skies. What do we have here in the stove for Rambler? It is 1 up. Vultus also coming to Act 3. So catching up a little bit of time that Rambler spent leveling up in the desert. And now Rambler realizing, ooh, I've only got a few casts of Fireball left. I want to save that for getting through the dungeon, or possibly, you know... Well, probably not even... You need to use it to get through the dungeon so that you can get to your bazooka, since you have those 30 cryoblasts. And then you can use that against Verminator. So, and especially since you're just about to talk to Camilla, you should be getting some more call beads here in just a second. Vultus now done with all of the checks in Tinker's workshop. And as Rambler leaves the stained glass scene, Vultus enters. See what his strategy is. He has not used... Oh, he doesn't have as much, as many casts of Fireball right now. Rambler had more cash, so he was able to get more Brimstone and therefore level it up more. Rambler also picking up 6 call beads there. But Vultus making good use of that strong sword. You know, that's the sword for this region. Alright, here's the Neris. Oh, you get Hardball from Neris. Is it worth it? 2 grease, 1 wax. No. That's not a Hardball. That is in fact Fireball. That's how you make that. A Mammoth Guard. Rambler throws that in the trash immediately. Not even gonna equip it. And Vultus should be done with everything here. Yep, okay. So as Vultus celebrates taking down all these stained glass enemies, Rambler goes down into the dungeon of Ebon Keep and has some nasties that he has to deal with. But he does have Plague that he can cast on the enemies, so he their life is on the clock. Oh, Vultus doubling back to buy some Brimstone from Tinker to refresh his Fireball. His Fireball shots. Yeah, all of those spiders and dinosaurs are having a bad time right now. There's an illness going around. All right, and now time to poison the robot. 3, 4, 5, all fire all of the missiles at this robot. Vultus also successfully learns Hardball and doesn't care for it. All right, Rambler really deciding what to throw at this robot. Okay, well, that wasn't a whole lot of damage. What now? He's got 1 cast left. Yeah, okay. So he's going to see how much damage the fireball casts did before committing his last call bead to plaguing the robot. Makes sense. Our Vultus has now made it down to the dungeon himself, and he is switching around, and yeah, is going to be doing the same thing. This robot is still looking pretty perky on Rambler's screen. Vultus casting some defense magic on himself, so both of our runners are defended up. Rambler done with everything in the dungeon and is now out into the town of Ebonkeep proper. Vultus has quite a bit of enemies left here. Quite a number of enemies, I guess would be the proper way to say it. Whatever. While Vultus is doing that, let's keep a track of what Rambler's picking up. Horus's aura magic there. Or regeneration magic. Or something, I don't know. It was additional magic. Some more call bead magic. Some call bead magic that nobody ever uses in the randomizer. Alright, Vultus is going to fireball. Same thing, fireball the guard bot. And so Rambler now will be picking up his bazooka. And with those 30 cryoblasts found in Act 1, this is going to make a few bosses easier to get through. Don't have infinite shots, but it is a lot of damage. So that's another thing, is making sure that the shots land. You know, with infinite ammo, you can just kind of fire away, and if you miss something, it's not a big deal. But if you miss one of your 30 precious cryoblast shots without infinite ammo on, it's just like, oh man, that could have been like a confirmed kill of an enemy or something like that. That could have been... Now I've got to spend one more. What a tragedy. All right. Bot goes down for Vultus, and now he is out in the world, taking in the fresh air. Rambler finding escape, and stop! Make up your mind, do you want me to escape or stop? Game, I can't do both. Alright, Lance, what have you got for us today? Double drain! Acorns and brimstone. No, we've got to use brimstone for fireball. We don't have time. Okay, he's also checking out the other things. Escape, 1 up. Stop is clay and acorns, yeah. Nothing else really. Dude, everybody sells brimstone. Hell yeah, that's the place to be. That's the money maker. Vultus now coming to the armor shop to get... Oh, and 200 gold coins. Quick, go back upstairs and buy another... handful of brimstone. Alright, Vultus will be picking up his bazooka here in just a second. And there's Drain and some call beads. Vultus gets his bazooka. Rambler has 1 more house to go through before getting back to the castle. And once again, with hard difficulty on, we'll see if either of them decide to go back and make a little safety save before trying to take on Verminator, because this would be quite a kickback if they die against him. Rambler is headed on. He's at least going to check the 3 gourds or chests in the dungeon, at the very least. He's also going to check his ammo to make sure he has the cryoblast. Yep. Yeah, it looks like Rambler is fully committed to going to fighting the big rat right now. Oh, okay, 30 more Thunderball projectiles. Okay, plenty of ammo. But now it's just surviving. We have some good defensive spells. You have some healing items. Oh, right, and Rambler bought a bunch more brimstone. So here comes a full barrage of fireball. Uh-oh, and a shot missed. Awesome. So here comes another Octocaster fireball. Rambler, or a little bit less. Fireball now level 3. And there it is. Boom. Couple of shots from the boomstick and a couple of, more than a couple of casts of fireball. Takes down Verminator. Vultus done speaking with Lance and is now going to speak to the... Oh, and there's a diamond eye. Gonna go speak to the lady in the back of the shop here. The back of the house. Picks up Drain. And yeah, that looks like everything that Rambler wants to do in Act 3 for now. He doesn't want to go backwards through the forest quite yet. Still no upgraded spear found. Still no bronze axe or night basher. Revealer not found, so it doesn't logically put either of those locations in check anyway, the pyramid or the hall. Back to Act 1. Okay, Rambler landing over by the swamp around the base and ridge of the volcano in Prehistoria. And Vultus is, yep, going on in to fight Verminator himself. He's checking to make sure that he has everything equipped. He's casting some defense magic. Acid Rain found by Rambler in one of the gourds. And he's going into the swamp first. Okay. Alright, here comes a bunch of casts of Fireball for Vultus into Verminator's face! Blam! Switching over to Cryoblast. Add a little bit of damage on top of that. Shots landing. Cure found for Rambler in the swamp. Here comes some more casts of Fireball for Vultus. Only 4 of them. Let's see if that's enough to take down the rat. Oh, he heals for 120. Up, one more shot. One more bazooka shot. Why not? Just to seal the deal. Some Cryoblast. Right up the middle. Vultus receiving his first diamond eye as well. And Vultus, where's he headed? He did not continue. Oh, he's coming back to buy some stuff from Lance. Okay. He did not continue into the castle, so I guess he's come back here with all of that money that he just made to buy some brimstone. Yeah. Which makes me believe, since Tinker also sells brimstone, that he is actually headed further backwards in Act 3. Well, I don't know. I mean, he would have to make it back to the dungeon and then into the sewers. So I wonder if this is faster to deal with that. To backtrack to buy stuff from Lance rather than heading into the castle. I mean, he may sell it. He may sell brimstone for cheaper than Tinker does. Maybe that's it. Is that it's a better bargain to buy brimstone from Lance than it is from Tinker. Alright. Rambler's made it through the swamp and is in the den of Salabog. Yeah, and Vultus is headed down into the dungeon and then into the sewers. So yeah, here we have a divergence. Rambler going back to Act 1 to clear out everything in the swamp and along the volcano ridge. And probably inside of the volcano as well, since he has a cast of Levitate. Whereas Vultus is committed to the checks in Act 3. And Salabog goes down for Rambler. You handfuls of fireball and 1 or 2 bazooka shots. Oh my gosh, Vultus, do you have any armor for your boy? He's using a honey to heal up. Yeah, that blue slime hit him for like 40% of his health. Hit him for like 50 damage. Alright, Rambler getting invited into Blimp's hut. Vultus has a few more gourds to check down in... Gets his honey back. Alright. There you go. No, nothing wasted. Alright, but the mud pepper was actually Revealer. Okay, well that puts Act 2 west side of the river in logic. What else we got? Crystals. And call up. Okay. Maybe call up is really cheap and we'll see Rambler spending a lot of resources getting a load of call beads for himself. But he's going to wing back to the front of the swamp while Vultus throws a bunch of fireballs at the Drake, as well as misses a bazooka shot. Oh, Rambler got grabbed for a second by one of these carniflowers. And he's about to head into the raptor den. All right, the Drake goes down for Vultus. Flag on the play, late fireball by the Drake. All right, what are we getting here? There's Laser Lance and Nectar that Rambler can't hold. All right, so Vultus now has a weapon that can crack open the Megatar fight, as well as some of the stuff. Well, yeah, the Megatar fight. I was trying to think what else you need it for. That's it. Explosion found in one of the gourds on the ledge, the side of the volcano. Vultus now starting with his fight with the bad boys on the bridge. He is protected right now. He's got to keep some distance, though. There's a free call bead for Rambler. It's nice to have power just kind of handed out. Vultus also using firepower and a fireball. Another call bead found by Rambler. So yeah, Vultus deciding to save his cryoblast. I think that's right. I think he's using thunderballs right now. Or did he switch over to speed this fight up? I really did not see. Never mind. No, he switched back. Thunderball would not have one-shot one of those guys. All right, what do we get here? Midway point of the... Okay, a gladiator sword. Another sword. Yee. Firepower. Nope. 2 meteorite and 1 acorn by the Levitate alchemist on the summit of the volcano. Vultus making a save. Smart to make a save. Oh, and is headed back into the into the forest to find the one-up alchemist to make sure that is not an important check. Man, that's out of the way. But it's like, while I'm here, I might as well check it, I guess. All right, so Rambler is about to head back. Bronze chestplate. Is he going to equip it? What? And that's it. Doesn't do the mammoth guard, just the chestplate. Rambler's a shirt, no sleeves kind of guy, I guess. You wear a bronze vest. All right, so here is the conversation with the one-up. Oh, Vultus is bullying him for Flash out in the woods. Gunpowder and clay. No, it's not happening. Rambler now starting his fight against the Vipers. Oh my gosh. Sting! All right. Sting can be a powerful spell, although Rambler seems committed to Fireball right now, so unless Sting is insanely cheap, I don't see him pivoting. Yeah, Vultus went and bullied that dude, slashed his sword at that dude, brandished his sword. Ah! Give me a trick out, old man! Ah! Here's a flash formula. I can't even cast this. This is useless. And then he teleports away, leaving the old man confused in the woods. Hey, look, it's the energy core, vanilla. Atlas. 1 ash, 3 wax. All right. So Rambler has found Atlas, which is the only allowed glitch in this particular seed. It is very affordable, very castable. So we're going to be seeing Atlas glitch engaged pretty soon for him. A great find there. Vultus now starting his fight against the Foot Knight on the chessboard and finishing it and finding a biscuit. Okay, I assume that Rambler is headed to Act 2 so that he can get Atlas up and running. And is not going to be bothered using the levitate to get into the volcano to get to Act 2 that way. Oh! And this is also... Oh, okay, yeah, this is also the time to fight Vigor. A bronze chest plate found for Vultus. Also, once again, lining up our vanilla music on Vultus' side with this soundtrack shuffle going on. Alright, so Rambler's gearing up. He's going to get whatever it is. Is it 7 gourds here in the holding area? Vultus heading down into the dungeon. Of Ivor Tower. I guess he wants to get out and go through the sewers? Yeah, there are 8 gourds here in the waiting room. There's the gauge. Oh, what a gross place for the gauge. Okay. So the Vigor fight, the fight itself, well, we don't know. Maybe Vigor is also a diamond eye. But at least going through this sequence is hard required because the gauge is in one of the 8 gourds in the waiting room. Vultus blasts apart the Minotaur. And here's the next Minotaur. 1 fireball, please. Not a lot of damage. Alright. Vultus switching over to the big guns for the robot. Takes him down. 1 shot. And is plummeting into the sewers underneath Ivor Tower. Rambler about to start his fight against Vigor the Indestructible. So let's see if this is a lucrative Serpent Bracelet armor that will also not be equipped. Alright, down goes Vigor. And a lot of money found. Nothing really in these gourds down here in the Ivor Tower sewers. Alright, what do we got? The Night Basher. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, the gauge is nice to find. The Night Basher is not really a thing you want to see. Because you want to be funneled towards a certain thing. You don't want to be given decisions and then pick the wrong thing. Especially with that check. It's a long sequence to commit to. Alright, Vultus has escaped the stink. And is about to gain an audience with the False Queen. I guess Rambler could use his one cast of Levitate to open up the 2 gourds for the bridge that Tiny makes when he throws the rock. Yeah, that looks like what he's gonna do. He's gonna buy a tapestry and go and do that right now. I guess if you're around, why not? Since I'm in the neighborhood. This is his one cast of Levitate. Vultus is picking up Lightning Storm in the banquet hall. Let's see if he decides to get the skeleton key. No, he's headed out to the town. Okay, so he's gonna rummage through all of these houses and then throw himself down the well to wind up back at Horus's camp in Act 2. Energize found as well. Alright, you're finding a lot of good stuff along the way. Rambler now done with what he wants to do in Nobilia and is taken off. I don't know if he will stay in Act 2, or if he's going to head back to Act 3 at this point. Yeah, just flying south. Alright, Rambler. Was the rock throw worth it? No. Well, 2 gunpowder. There's some weird formulas. Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. This was worth it to come back to Blimp to get this 10,000 gold. Oh my god. All right. Well, and also Rambler's probably going to wait. Who has Atlas right now? I'm trying to remember which one of them picked up Atlas. Oh, Rambler does. I guess he's going to trigger that right now. Yeah, he's trying to figure out what spells he can cast, what defensive spells he can activate, along with what spells he may have in Call Beads. If he hasn't used up all of his Call Beads. Yeah, he's formulating a plan, trying to figure out how many side effects, how many status effects he can get going at one time in order to get the, oh my gosh, the Atom Smasher and speed in order to get the Atlas glitch triggered. All right, so yeah, Rambler's headed out to the desert to get poisoned. But is just too wily. Just, never mind. He got poisoned. Oh, man, 2 hits back to back. That's a lot of damage. Ooh. All right, Vultus is done with everything, and Ivor Tower has a couple... Oh, no! Rambler threw himself down the pit, and I think that gets rid of poison. No, he's still poisoned. The bottom, you see the boy is still glowing. So, I don't know if that just kind of wastes some time here. All right, Vultus heads back in and back out. Okay, don't die to the hedgehog. There he is. Careful, or the blue slime for that matter. Okay, there goes Atlas, Rambler, and Outcast, a bunch of other things. Oh my gosh, these dancing fools and slimes are really bullying Vultus out in the front lawn of Ivor Tower. Alright, let's see if Rambler has gotten the glitch timed correctly. He's going to check his stats. No. Okay, so that'll be a hard reset and retry. Yep. And Vultus is now done with everything that he wants to do, or really can do, in Act 3. So he is headed back to Act 2, and can go up into the halls right now. Rambler is going to go back to the desert, get poisoned again, give this Atlas glitch another shot. Yeah, and Vultus is headed north with his laser lance to fight the Megatar, and then head through the hall. Alright, poison granted Rambler once again on a very early hit. trying to get confounded or plagued again while not getting killed by a rogue. While all of that silliness is going on, we'll pay attention to Vultus' screen. He has this Night Basher. I mean, not Atom Smasher. Oh my gosh, the Dancing Fool hitting for 57 damage. Ugh. Treat yourself. Get a little bit of armor. Poison wore off as Rambler got swiped. Let's see if he beat the clock. Stats. No. Reset. Try again. Third attempt at the Atlas glitch. Oh, man. Vultus is in the first quadrant of the hall. Is going to deal with this first before fighting the Megatar. Gosh. 53 damage from the Dancing Fool. Gotta be careful. Oh man, that guy just let him pass. Oh, these guys did not. There it is. Okay. One quadrant down, onto quadrant 2 with the fight with the Minotaur. Rambler trying to get poisoned, not getting friendly RNG this time around. Minotaur perished immediately. Alright, Rambler blocking the... There it is, there's the poison. Very low health, though. If he's trying to get Plague or Confound, he's got to be careful about it. He's also just trying to cross this bridge. Just trying to get back to Blimp's side of the ravine. Alright, Vultus is now in quadrant 3 of the hall. And is trying to coax the dog to stop attacking the mouse and walk north. Go up. There he goes. Good boy. Bronze helmet. Vultus, you should equip that. You're taking so much damage. Oh, the boy gets stuck on the... Alright. Rambler gets hit again. Let's see what happens. Still not getting the glitch. It's all about timing so that... I think it's the tick of poison happens at the same time you get hit and killed. So that it rotates. It loops under the minimum for strength, and then puts you back up at 65,000. So, as the thing is to get the underflow. Enter stage right by the boy through the wall to get to the dog. Oh no, the dog. Poor buddy. Oh my gosh, Rambler is gonna die out here in this desert. Gotta get back to the oasis. All right, 3 quadrants down, 1 to go for Vultus to get to the Mad Monk, and then he will be fighting the Megatar. Alright, there's the poison for Rambler. Attempt number 4 at the Atlas glitch. God, Vultus taking another 50 damage from a dancing fool. And the dog unbothered with his awesome collar. Well, okay, a little bit bothered. Smidgen bothered. Ooh. Nothing. That pot was empty. All right. 4th time's the charm. It looks like it didn't take, because he swiped that... Yeah, he swiped that rogue, and the rogue didn't evaporate. Alright, that's another reset for Rambler. He's really trying to to lock in on getting this Atlas glitch. It will help in the long run, but I mean, how much time is going to be spent on this versus just kind of moving forward and doing other checks? Vultus now fighting the Mad Monk here, and is going to switch to the Cryoblast. Oh, low shot. Fired one into the bleachers. All right, the Bronze Spear. Wow, it's vanilla. Rambler taking a little pause here. Okay, Vultus has made it to Madronus' brother. Fireball, Alchemist in the walls. I already have Fireball. Well, what can you give me? Lance. Okay, neat. Lance is... Wait. Oh no, he picked up the Lance. God. That's so confusing. So 2 spears found in... like, back-to-back. Yeah, it's learned Lance versus got Lance. Is the wording. It's so confusing. Alright, Rambler is back alive. Oh no. He, took a snack break, or was looking up. All right, what exactly? What am I messing up with the Atlas glitch? But he's back and he's ready to do it. Attempt number 5. Vultus now running in. This is the last check to do here in the hall. It is the Megatar. And what's he gonna do? He's got 32 casts of Fireball. Yeah, he's gonna. All right. Rambler's poison, Vultus, broadside, bam! So many fireballs and lightning. 2100 damage, big hits, and one more to ensure everything goes down. Oh, and Rambler gets killed, gets confounded, but then also gets killed. What did we get here? Nitro. Okay, so nothing really was in here. Well, we got two spears. Bronze Spear and Lance were in here. Vultus throws himself in the pit to get back to Horus's camp. And loads back up on Brimstones. Plenty of cash. A lot of jewels to go around. Rambler, this is attempt number... Is it 5 or 6? I don't know. He's really committed to doing this. There's the poison. Like I said, if and when he gets it, it will speed up the game tremendously. But it's the pace, the timing of it is just not working. Okay, there's Confound. 3 feathers found for Vultus. He's checking behind the rocks, and he's about to go to the pyramid, maybe? Wings. Rambler's the one that has the Night Basher. Nobody has the Bronze Axe yet? Right, correct? Right. Okay, never mind. Nobody's going to the pyramid. All right. Vultus cracking into the... There we go! Attack 65,509. Rambler's done it. Lock it in. What? Maybe okay, so here's the thing. I've watched a lot of the randomizer stuff. Maybe I don't fully understand the mechanics of some of these glitches. I thought he had it. He said 65,000. I'm so confused. He reset again. There must be something that I don't understand about how the Atlas glitch triggers and, I guess, solidifies. Like permanizes itself? Makes itself permanent? So Rambler is doing another attempt. He's trying to get poisoned out in the desert. Vultus is going on a mad shopping spree here at Blimps. He has so many weapons. He's walking around with the arsenal. Vultus. Rock skipping. and is going to be fighting Vigor in just a second. That will get him his gauge. Oh, poison wore off, but the slap happened. We'll see if this is it. Another reset for Rambler. He's really committed to this Atlas glitch. Alright, Vultus is now in the waiting room. He should be getting his gauge here in just a second. Okay, so here I'm reading. We're all learning right now. I've only been casting this randomizer now for like a year. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and mark this gauge for Vultus, and then okay. So the glitches. This is from the Secret Evermore wiki. Atlas formula can be used to trigger a glitch where the attack status is lowered below 0 and overflows to 65,536. Do this level up Atlas until the attack increase it gives is greater than the base attack value. I guess the base attack value of your character. Then save and reload the game. Atlas will no longer be in effect, but after time it will wear off, lowering the stat value of the boost. But I think that it works differently here. So Rambler has 65,000. Maybe what he needed to know what his normal amount was, because if it didn't lower it enough, then when Atlas wears off, you'll get that amount back, and it'll set you back. It'll overflow back around to a very low attack number. And so maybe that's what he has to... I think that it's... depending on when you get hit, like when the tick happens, it's how much Atlas, like, rolls back around. I don't know. Somebody else will... This does not explain it very well. This is probably how you do it in vanilla. That explanation on the wiki. All right, Vultus takes out Vigor. Rambler spent, man, a while. Like 10, 12 minutes here trying to get this glitch going. I think. Something like that. But now that he has it, he can just, like, blow up the whole world. So, let's see if this actually makes a difference. The amount of time that Rambler has sunk in to getting this glitch to go off, whether or not it's going to make a difference in the rest of the seed. We have crossed the 1 hour mark. Both of our runners now have the same checks. They both have a diamond eye. They both have a gauge. Rambler coming back to Act 3 now. So I think that's everything that Vultus can do here. He doesn't have the bronze axe. I mean, I guess he could just wander in and do, like, a portion of the Great Pyramid. Vultus also hasn't been back to Act 1. Rambler's... Right? Hold on, wait. Thinking. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Vultus immediately took off to Act 3. I may be misremembering which side of the screen it happened. Nope, Vultus is coming back to Act 1, yep. So Rambler has gone through all of this stuff with the swamp and the volcano ledge and the mammoth graveyard. Nobody's gone into the volcano yet, though. And we've had access to the volcano for a long time. Yes, the casting requirements for Levitate are steep, with it requiring a feather, I believe. But still, access has, you know, been there. So yeah, Vultus is headed into the swamp to head towards Salabog. And Rambler is on his way out of the sewers underneath Ebon Keep to go backwards through Act 3. Fight the Drake, the bad boys on the bridge. Maybe talk to the one-up alchemist, the Foot Knight, all of Ivor Tower. We'll see if he decides to get the skeleton key. Probably not, since we, have probably found all of the checks we need to off of... Maybe not all of the checks. Let's see. I guess we've only found one thing. We found in the gourd. We found the gauge. Well, Vultus is skipping a couple of those. No, he's headed back around. Never mind. Oh, he's leaving the dog there. All right, Rambler. Yeah, immediately obliterates the Drake. Gets 5,400 gold. And we'll be receiving, I think it's a gladiator sword here. Oh, this is a laser lance. That. Which now gives him access. Oh, he's headed up Gomi Tower. Or is he just going to crack it open? Okay, he is committed to going up Gomi Tower. Alrighty. Alright, Vultus has made it to the end of the swamp. He's about to start his fight with Salabog. Rambler is now climbing through all of the mazes and pitfalls of Gomi Tower to get up to the top to fight Sterling. 2 dragon fights back to back. Alright, Salabog goes down very quickly for Vultus. Rambler almost to the top now. There's a little bit more cycling around to deal with. Vultus now gets Revealer from Blimp. Makes a hard save. It's good to do saves. And learns Call Up. Rambler's dog drops and hits the ground real hard and gets knocked out. Alright, Vultus wings out of the swamp and is now at the base of, or the ridge of the side of the volcano. Alright, now Rambler is ready for his fight against Sterling. And Vultus is doing his fight against the 3 raptors in the cave here. Rambler get picked up and dropped off, like, immediately. Got dropped. And now he's waiting for Sterling to, I guess, come back on the screen. From downtown, Fireball hits the dog, takes him out. Vultus now headed up the side of the volcano. Picks up Explosion. There are also a couple of call beads here that can be picked up. Rambler switching to the bazooka. Fireball against the dog again. I guess Rambler just doesn't want to get too close. You get too close to Sterling, he just immediately grabs you and drops you, so There we go. He just needed him to show up on the screen so that he could octocast. There's a bunch of fireballs. Boom, done. Yeah. I think he was just having problems with the boss the boss AI moving Sterling onto the screen so that he can cast a bunch of spells without him also being in danger of getting grabbed and dropped. All right, Vultus is now headed to the Mammoth Graveyard to fight the first Viper Commander and his 4 cronies. What do we get here from Gomi, the man, the tower himself? It's 4 parts wax, but he'll also get a lift back to do the Mongola fight. All right, Vultus takes out the Viper Commander and gets Sting and a little bit of cash. Rambler now arriving at the sewers underneath Ivor Tower. Couple more call beads, not too shabby. There's Vultus learning Atlas. Rambler picked that up way early on. He's looking through to see what it is. Sting, not castable. Breeze and Crystal. So yeah, Vultus learns that Atlas is castable. And he's been going around and doing all this, and it's been like here the whole time. The one glitch that's allowed for this seed. Oh, gets tried to dodge that attack so strongly. All right, Vultus is headed into the volcano in just a second. Gonna check these Gourds real quick. So we're seeing some firsts on both sides of the screen. Rambler, the first of our runners to do the Mongola fight. Vultus, the first to get snagged and eaten by a flower multiple times. The first to get into the volcano. All right, so Rambler is all juiced up on this Atlas glitch and is ready to slap down some of these wimpy little marionettes. All right, here goes. Bam, 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 bam. Done. Reach level 20. Dang. Alright, watching Vultus' screen kind of intermittently to see what he picks up out of these Gourds along the way. But we're going to see what we get from the King in just a second before Rambler brings down the house. Vultus still has 10 casts of Levitate. Yeah, I think you're good. All right, what is it? Is this worth it? Nothing! Boo! Boo! This whole check. Oh, that sucks for Rambler. That's heartbreaking. He climbed up Gummy Tower. You had a really horrible, glitchy fight where Sterling just didn't want to participate. He sat off screen forever, throwing fireballs like a weenie. And then you get all the way over here, you take out Mongola. It's a big old goose egg. Well, we've seen a lot of game. We still have not seen the bronze axe. That makes me think that Vultus is probably going to find it here. And that'll give access to the pyramid, which will have one of our major items on it still. We're an hour and 15 in, and we found 1 diamond eye and the gauge. And we have so much weaponry. but just nothing else to push the game forward. And I mean, we've got a lot of game ahead of us still, because the energy core is vanilla. Since you have to go through Omnitopia, you know, you have to. All right, here comes the second Viper Commander fight for Vultus. It is a mud. Wow, vanilla mud pepper. Neat, cool. Thanks, game. All right, now to go to the back of the volcano and fight Magmar. Got to get up to Omnitopia, but in order to do that, we still need 2 items. We still need a second Diamond Eye and the wheel. Then we need to go through Omnitopia. We need to talk to the professor. We need to go back down, get the energy core, head all the way back up. Luckily, it's a short boss rush. Fortunately, that is the one saving grace of this seed. Because this has been a hell of a seed. This has been a long, drawn-out seed. Is that finally, when you get to the very end of all of this nonsense, you just have to fight a half-health Metal Magmar and a half-health Carltron's robot. Nothing in the sewers. There's the Atom Smasher for Rambler. Oh my gosh, there's the Bronze Axe and Learning Lance. Yep. Bronze Axe was back here. All right. Well, this will be nice for Vultus. I think he's looked through all of the Gourds at this point. Just has to hit the switch and then fight Magmar. And that will push him. That'll put him right back at Act 2. So that's a horrible location for it. But at the same time, it's a great place to find it because you're already forced to go back to Act 2 when you complete this whole sequence. So. And, you know, here's another boss fight. This is another check. Maybe this is also something. But yeah, what's going to happen? I mean, how much longer can we draw this out? The second Bronze Axe, you go into the pyramid, you get the second Diamond Eye, and then you have to do Aegis, and then Aquagoth? Aquagoth for the wheel? Colp Terror for the wheel? Oh, man. Alright, here comes a bunch of fireballs. Huge broadside attack. Not enough. Oh, he's swinging the axe. Oh, and stops the axe mid-swing to actually throw out some more fireballs. Alright. Magmar down for Vultus. Rambler bringing that laser lance back to Act 2 and headed north into the hall. Spider's Claw. Neat. Oh my gosh. Vultus has everything except for the, whatever the green blade is. I forget what it's called. The Plasma Blade. The Lightsaber. No. Can't call it that. Well, Vultus will at least be winding up back at Act 2. Alright, Rambler slaps down the Megatar. Gets a shit ton of jewels. And Vultus is blasting off again. Drain gets cast. Another flag on the play. Late Drain. Nitro. Neato. So if the pyramid is something... I mean, what else? What else is there? What else is there? I wonder if Vultus will spend a little bit of time trying to get the Atlas glitch, since he just picked it up, and then, like, off of the Viper Commander 1 fight in the Mammoth Graveyard, immediately went south, went through the, the volcano. I mean, he's headed over to Blimp's side. But is he headed over here specifically to... He's got armor. I love Vultus looking through all of the armor and going, ah, this is all stinky. I don't like this. Oh, yep. He's looking. He's checking. Force field. Reflect. What do I have? All right. Well, we're going to sit here and watch Vultus do the same thing that Rambler did. Got Atlas. He's got... Yeah. Here's the thing. If you have 16 casts of Atlas, yeah, okay, you don't get the overflow. There's 10,000 gold coins from Blimp. You don't get the overflow. You don't get the infinite damage, but like still, you could cast Atlas. Like how much energy does it, like how much power does it give you? That's my question. Is like a normal cast of Atlas. Gives what? Vultus trying to get confounded or plagued by the Mad Monk. Rambler headed back into the second quadrant here, slaps down the Minotaur, boom, done. It's over. All right, yeah, Vultus is committed to getting the Atlas glitch himself. Trying to get poisoned. Rambler falls, doesn't make it across the bridge. Falls in the pit. just casts wings to get back out. Okay. Vultus getting bad RNG and not getting... Oh, there it is. Poison, but not a lot of health right now. I just wonder, I'm not finding anything online about like how much strength you gain from like a normal Atlas cast. Like what is it, does it give you more based off of the level of Atlas? It lasts for 90 seconds no matter what. Vultus didn't get it. Yep, and now he's sitting, like, here's the thing. Yeah, it's gonna speed up your run, and of course you think, oh, I'm going to do the Atlas glitch, and I'm going to get it first try, and it's going to save you so much time. But then you have stuff like this, for both of our runners, where you have issues getting the glitch to trigger, and you burn minutes, where you could just be, like, moving forward. And I can understand, like, Rambler's thinking, where he finds it really early, and so he's like, I'm committed to doing this, because this is going to help me speed stuff up. But Vultus has done so much of the game already, that it's like, you find it and you go, fuck it. Like, I've got so much damage now, magically, from Fireball, and from all this other stuff, like, at this point, who cares? Like, I've done so much of the game, what is this really going to help with? The last boss, I guess, but even then, like, I could just buy a bunch of Cryoblasts. And yeah, I've got to sit there and I've got to blast away and do all this stuff. But then, like Metal Magmar, short boss rush, I'm theory crafting. As a person who doesn't play the randomizer, I'm completely just talking out of my ass right now. But from watching it, you know, Metal Magmar has, I think it's like 25,000 health. So on Short Boss Rush, he has half that, so 12,500 health, and he has weakness to magic. So you show up, like, at this point, you know, with however much high-level Fireball, and you just Octocast over and over and over again. You hope that, you know, he doesn't heal up. You also have, like, Call Beads at your disposal, and you just dump everything, and then, because there's no reason to save it for Carltron's robot, because he has a insanely high magic defense. You have to physically attack him to take him down. So at that point, yes, having Atlas Glitch active means you can just go to town on Carltron's robot and take him out, because he has 30,000 health normally, so with the Short Boss Rush, half that, 15,000. Still a big chunk of health, on top of it being hard difficulty, so they have more defense. You know, so the bazooka's not going to be dealing as much damage, but it's still like a guaranteed kill, you know, because you don't have to go through the entire boss rush. You go by, whatever, 90 cryoblasts, and you should be set for both of those bosses, no problem. So all of this time right here, Vultus has been spending doing this. It's like, could you have already gone through the pyramid at this point? Like, how much time has he spent over here, and how much time would that, like, will then he then gain? Of course, like I said, it's like, you get here, the mentality is, oh, I'll just go and get Atlas Glitch real quick. I'll get it on the first try, maybe the second try, and it'll save me so much time. And then you sit over here for 5, 10, 12 minutes, and it's just not happening. Oh my gosh, the block. Vultus's boy blocked the shot. All right, does he have it? Oh, careful, don't die. He's gonna check the stats. Boom. Oh, defense went up. What? Why is his defense rotated around? Oh, that's it, because he has defense, because he has defend cast on him. Okay. I was like, was that part of the Atlas glitch? No, he just has defend cast on himself. Well, here we are. We're just watching this happen. Like I said, I understand Rambler trying it because he hadn't found all of this other stuff because of the pathway that he went on. He found Atlas very early on, and so he's trying it. But still, that was only a half hour ago. It was like the 50-minute mark, I think, that he started trying it, right around there. And Vultus has now been on this for, like, how long? I don't know. I can't really scrub back. I can't look at, like, a preview with the video program that I'm using. I can't hover over a timeline, on the timeline, and see a preview of that time. But I feel like he's been here for, like 7 or 8 minutes. How long does it take to get through the pyramid without the Atlas glitch? Like, with the stuff that you already have. Because a lot of that is not combat, you know? Yeah, you're saving... Okay, you're gonna defeat a couple of bosses a little bit quicker. At this point, most of the bosses are dead. All right, so your Atlas glitch is helping you with what? Moving, like, traversing the pyramid? Like, movement takes movement. Like, movement takes the same amount of time, whether you have the Atlas glitch active or not. It's, yeah, it speeds up the boss fight, but boss fights already, with the amount of firepower both of these runners have, they already explode. Vultus has, like, level 5... Fireball right now, or maybe higher. He has a bazooka with a few shots left, like, you know. Once again, I may be completely wrong about this, and I would love to actually hear some people in the comments that know a lot more about the randomizer and running it, and also, like, how the glitches work. Correct me. I want to learn, but from a viewing perspective, with the knowledge that I have, I think this is a mistake to sit and try and get the Atlas glitch this late in the game when it's a short boss rush, so you don't have to fight through all of the raptors, you don't have to fight through the Eyes of Rimsala, you don't have to fight through the, you know, a full health Metal Magmar and Carltron's robot. that it's so much stuff has been cleared. The only thing that is speeding up his boss fights. You still have to get from point A to point B. And that still takes time. You know, in like in Secret of Mana randomizer, yeah, sometimes like depending on what magic you have available or what weaponry you have. All right, does Vultus have it this time? It looks good. All right, I think he's committed. He got it. It only took 10 minutes. Maybe, yeah, thereabout. It was like 10 minutes of finally getting it. And once again, this is hindsight. At the time, he's going, oh, I'll just get Atlas Glitch real quick, and then you get the sunk cost fallacy of, well, let me try it one more time. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, well, let me try it one more time. And then you spent 10, 11 minutes trying to get this glitch when you could have been moving forward. In the Secret of Mana randomizer, you know, the bosses have their strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that, and sometimes you're just under-leveled, you don't have good enough damage, you don't have enough seeds to have high enough magic, or you don't have enough orbs with upgraded weapons to have high enough like damage output, or you just don't have the right elements, the right elemental damage to burst a boss down. And so a boss fight takes a long time. Here, there is no elemental like strength or weaknesses or something like that. Like, yeah, there's some bosses that have higher magic defense, like the Foot Knight and Carlton's Robot and stuff like that, and then you have to physically attack them. And I get that, but a lot of them, you just use alchemy. And there is no, like, oh, fire, like, some alchemies have, like, stronger attack power, but there's not elemental damage, strengths and weaknesses, like rock, paper, scissors that you have to, like, contend with. It's just like, Fireball does Fireball always. Like, it's not like, oh, against this enemy, it does less damage because it's a fire enemy. That's not in this game. So, like, if you have level 5 Fireball, you just fuck up everything in your path, no matter what. It's not like you run into a boss and you go, well, Rimsala has strength against, he has a strong fire defense or something like that. No, it's just the alchemy does the damage. What is the number? Yes, it's dead. Vultus getting slow burned. Take it. Got some honey for his fight against the mini boss there. Rambler now headed through the sewers here. Oh, and he's gunning for the boss. He didn't open up the gourds. Well, Rambler has missed the bronze axe. Hopefully it's nothing. We're about to find out from Vultus. There goes Rimsala, and what is he going to get? Is it a diamond eye? Even if it is a diamond eye, there are 3 of them in the pool. So there could just be the other diamond eye somewhere else out there. What do we get? It could be nothing. It's the second bazooka. Okay, so the bronze axe was not required. That's great for Rambler because he's missing it right now. He's skipping it. It's in a gourd, so he's very lucky that he doesn't need that right now. But also, like, where are the things? Where is one of the 2 remaining diamond eyes? Where is the wheel? Coloptera? Question mark? What else have we not seen? I'm thinking here. Spider Claw for Rambler. Big, awesome, super deluxe celebration there. Neato. We can't do the rest of the stuff in Act 2 because we need 2 diamond eyes in order to trigger the Aegis fight. I bet Vultus is headed back to Act 3. Because he's going to go up Gummy Tower. He hasn't done that yet. Oh, nope, back to Act 1. Okay, Coloptera's got to have something. Coloptera probably will have a second diamond eye, and that will give access, after the Aegis fight, to Tiny's Hideout and Aquagoth. Right? That's got to be it. What else is there that we haven't seen on the combined screens yet? Hmm. Well, this is actually good that Rambler didn't pick up that bronze axe because it's not leading to anything. So he is probably going to get pushed right towards Coliptera as well. So we're about to probably see a convergence here in the two runs. Question mark? Unless Rambler is coming back here specifically to buy some... No? What's happening? Alright, Vultus is now in the back of the Big Bug Part 2. The Revengeing. This time it's personal. So Rambler's back here. I'm trying to remember who went up Gummy Tower. Didn't Rambler do that? All right, Vultus is now starting his fight against Coliptera. Maybe Rambler is going back through the forest. I could have sworn that he already did this. All right, here comes Vultus's fight against Coliptera. He's got 20-something casts of Fireball. I think Coliptera's heart has about 6,000 health. Here comes a bunch of call beads too. Vultus is fire everything. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be obscene. Boom, 6,700 damage. Almost 68. Getting 10,000 talons. Yeah, Rambler went up Gobi Tower. He defeated the Drake and then went up Gobi Tower. So he's coming back here to fight the bad boys on the bridge and then go up and fight the Foot Knight. And then has to cycle backwards through the Ivor town. All right, Vultus, show me a diamond eye. There's a gladiator sword. Vultus is trying to bark it apart. There it is. There it fucking is. All right, diamond eye. Take that to Nobilia right now. Oh my god. Rambler now coming up out of the chessboard and is gonna immediately throw down the gauntlet and throw into the trash can the Foot Knight. And gets a biscuit. Gets a biscuit! Vultus is out of here. See ya, Act 1. Ain't coming back here for nothing. Oh no. Vultus has come back to Act 3. He's going up Gomi Tower. Rambler is also, not going through. He doesn't need to... There are no bosses that way, so he doesn't have any gourds to check. Vultus is going up Gomi Tower. It's gotta be, right? This is why he's back here. Oh, no. I guess he's got that burning in the back of his brain. It's like, I've had the Night Basher now for a year and a half. I've got to go use it. That's got to be a thing. That's got to be something important. I get it. Hopefully Vultus will have a better time in the Sterling fight. Neutron Blade, it came to me, finally. That's how my brain works. I ran a search. I opened up Windows Explorer and ran a search for, what is the green sword called? And then eventually, after searching through all the files in my brain, it came back with the answer. Oh, man. All right, yeah, Rambler has come back to Act 1 to fight Colaptera, and we'll get a second Diamond Eye, and then we'll get funneled immediately to Aegis. Vultus has options. Only because Rambler skipped the frigging Bronze Axe chest. And it wound up leading to nothing. What a grace. The rando gods were looking the other way when Rambler was running through the sewers inside of the volcano. Oh, now that the volcano has blown up, the place where the gauge normally is, right? Because Colaptera is normally the wheel, vanilla. All right, Vultus is headed straight over, is coaxing him over. I don't know what that was. What he just cast there. Oh, did he freeze him? Was that like a freeze? Hey, that went very well. Vultus had a much better fight against Sterling. All right, Rambler's on his way to Colaptera. Yeah, is that Gourd that's on the far east side of the cliff after you take the stone jet back up to the top of the volcano after it's blown and it drops you down on the other side where you normally find, I think that's the wheel or the gauge. That's normally where the gauge is. Is that a check? Is that a thing in the randomizer? Nobody ever. I mean, here's the thing. That's a Gourd check, and at this point, everybody's going for boss fights. Makes sense. All right, Rambler has teleported to the front of the bug. The front door, which is actually the back of the bug. I don't want to think about this anymore. Rambler's on his way to get a second Diamond Eye from Colaptera. Vultus is on his way to get nothing, literally, from the king. It's going to be great when he comes all this way and just gets shown the double deuce. Just two birds, one in each hand, as the king moonwalks out of the collapsing building and goes, "Thanks, sucker!" All right, two boss fights happening simultaneously. Rambler versus Colaptera, Vultus versus Mongola, and both of them have brought friends. We've got marionettes and grubs. All right, Vultus, slap, 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 slap. Mongola goes down. And now for the long cutscene. Here comes a huge wave of fireballs from Rambler. Does a little less than half of the heart's damage. Heart's health. Here comes another barrage of fireballs. All right. Has less than 1,000 health left. All right. Rambler will be getting his... All right, here comes the king's check. Watch Vultus' screen. Nothing. Oh. the dead-eyed stare, and then just laughed to himself and shook his head and just rolled his head like, you gotta be kidding me. All right. Well, look. We're having the convergence again. Like I said, there's gonna be convergence of the two runners. And this is what it's going to be, because Vultus has now done everything that Rambler's done. Like, everybody's done everything. Rambler picks up his second Diamond Eye, and his camera feed, his eyes went wide, and he went, oh, man, neat. All right, it's a race to Act 2 to turn in those Diamond Eyes to fight Aegis. And then, which are you going to pick for the wheel? Are you going to go to the hideout or Aquagoth? I mean, hideout, Tiny's hideout doesn't kick you out of the act, doesn't involve a long cutscene. So it makes sense from a logical, like, time, cost standpoint to do Tiny's hideout first. Also, you just walk in and, like, lift a rock and teleport back and forth, versus having to wander around the outskirts of the dried up riverbed and then do the dark maze to get to Aquagoth. Alright, Rambler is first here to Act 2. Vultus is going to be taken to the skies in just a second to head to Nobilia himself. So Rambler is in the lead. As the first dog statue gets blown to smithereens, Vultus is landing and is going to be checking a quick UE. Alright, he just goes down. Boom. Vultus getting a little shopping done before heading into the fight. Is he out of wings or something? Oh, he had one wings. One wings. Just in case, just for safety. Alright, long required cutscene here. Vultus is now about to start his fight against Aegis while Rambler is waiting for Tiny. Come here. We need your yeet powers. We require your strength. Alright. Here comes Vultus's Aegis fight. Slap, 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 slap. Done. Nope. Watch out for that bridge. It's rigged with explosives. Okay, Rambler is free to go back to his Windwalker to get to the southern side of the Desert of Doom. Alright. And he's off. Rambler, using the Everpepper to zoom across the beaches. And we'll see what he decides to do first. Like I said, the logical choice is to do Tiny's hideout first, just because it's faster. Oh, Hornspear was... Let me try that again. Oh, Hornspear, level 2. Wow. Yeah, Rambler's headed south. Tiny's hideout. Vultus, instead of flying across, gets the rock skip. Trusts his own legs instead of that wonky contraption. The dog moonwalking into the teleporter on Rambler's screen. It's pretty great. All right, here we go. For Rambler, lifts the rock. Boy on switch number 2, dog on switch number 3. Vultus has brought the elevator across. Has to slowly wait for it to cross over. All right, and now, go, go, go. That's the wrong way. Don't go north. All right, teleporting. Strongman for Rambler. And Vultus doing the same thing, curving around, hairpin turn, down into the pit. Moonwalking doggo. Tiny, give us the goods, don't give us the bads. You son of a bitch. All right. Hey, it's Aquagoth. Last location. For the wheel. Except not for Rambler, though, because he didn't get the bronze axe. He missed out on that. So yeah, Vultus is about 50 seconds behind Rambler right now. It's a third diamond eye for Vultus as well. Collect the whole set. Display them in your foyer. All right. Rambler is down in the center of the earth. Vultus is on his way there right now. Casting a little energize. There you go. Or something. I don't know what. No, never mind. Something off the pupper. What is this? Watching Vultus, like sprint pump with the pupper. As it goes north and south, it goes from being backwards, moonwalking to. Watching it swap back and forth is great. Into the pit! Ah! Rambler stopping to pick up the clay, to smell the old musty clay down in the center of the earth. All right, here comes the fight against Aquagoth. Do. Fireballs to the face. Bam. Barrage of fireballs. Fireball now level 5. You'll love to see it. That's when it really starts kicking off. Up. Stop that man. Delete that man. Erase that man from existence. He's gone. All right, Vultus also, is he gonna stop for the clay? No, he doesn't stop to pick up the 2 clay. 5,000 jewels and the wheel. Guys, we still have to get the energy core from its vanilla location. We're gonna be here forever. We're gonna be here till the next season. All right, big blast of damage from Vultus as well. Fireball now level 6 for him. Ooh. Long, slow, bright fade out as Aquagoth gets killed. The wheel! Yay. All right. Hey, we're ready for space. Both of our runners are in space mode. And then we have to get through Omnitopia. And then we have to go through a long conversation with the professor. And then we have to go back down to the surface. And then we have to run through Ebon Keep. And then we have to get to the chessboard. Blah, 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 blah. Ah! All right, Rambler, back across the bridge. He is on his way to the Whirly Bop. Get back to Tinker's Tower. Vultus throws himself down the well. Understandable. Look. Same. And now he is doing the same thing. Is on his way back. A quick poison for the dog. A treat for the road. Rambler has landed. Vultus is taking off. And now to have the countdown to space. Count with me on Rambler's screen. 0. Wasn't that fun? Oh, the poison is worn off for Vultus's dog. Neat. You just gotta ride it out mid-flight. You just kind of like you just get over it in the air. All right, same countdown for Vultus. 0. Okay, we are neck and neck. Here, up in Omnitopia. We finally made it after an hour and 55 minutes. Oh, we made it to space. But we're not done yet. Alright, Rambler breaks the laws of physics and gets the dog, the Everpupper, to hover through the air. Around the outside. Alright, there's the Saturn skip for Rambler. Done. Vultus is 25 seconds behind Rambler now. Has closed the gap just a little bit. It's because Rambler stopped to get that clay. Clearly. Alright, Atlas glitch. Gets it. Boom. Gate opens up on the chessboard for Rambler. Vultus dropping in to start this long sequence as well. Look, we've made it. Everybody's here. We're all here together. Sweet, a call bead. I'll need that for the end. Rambler once again stopping. Why not? What could be in there? 2 acorns. Neat. Alright, Rambler dropping back into Act 3 at Tinker's Tower. Vultus ain't stopping for no stinking acorns. He's popping on. Alright, quickly. Act 3. Boom. Down and around, Rambler goes. Across the bridge, which is there. Vultus now 21 seconds behind Rambler. All right, Rambler's in the pit. Pick it up! Energy core. Received. The dog ran downstairs a little bit. Alright, little high five from our runners. Vultus getting stopped by these buzzards. Rambler getting stopped as well. Get through! Alright. There's the energy core for Vultus. And his dog was waiting patiently at the top. Now, whether or not they get stopped by these buzzards as well, Vultus cutting them down. Get out of my way. You don't deserve to exist! Alright, Rambler sprinting through Tinker. Hey, I've got a spaceship outside, but I gotta go. See ya. Vultus now 14 seconds behind Rambler, closing the gap. Slowly but surely. Rambler running up and around the outside. Gets the Saturn skip. Vultus now running up and around the outside as well. Gets the Saturn skip as well. Rambler now descending into the sewers. I mean, unless something goes horribly wrong for Rambler. I mean, they have the same amount of damage output right now, having the Atlas glitch. Or unless Vultus gets blocked, gets body blocked by a rat. Yeah, this is Rambler's. Unless something goes horribly wrong. All right, here we go. Dropping in at the 2-hour mark. We have a short boss rush. Rambler immediately digging in to Metal Magmar. Boom, done as Vultus hits the ground. Rambler now slapping away. The dog dies. It doesn't matter. Rambler is committed to taking out Carltron's robot. And he is done with a time of 2:01:02. Vultus will be finishing in the next, like, 15 seconds. Slapping away. With a time, oh my god, 2 hours, 1 minute, 13 seconds. GG's, an 11-second difference. In a 2-hour seed, an 11-second difference. Insane, insanely close. GG's to both Rambler and Vultus for getting through this seed. Congratulations. Oh my god. Just full clear the whole fucking game, the whole planet of Evermore. Looking for, and getting all 3 diamond eyes, like getting everything except for the gold key, or the skeleton key, the neutron blade, somewhere else out there. Rambler not getting punished for not picking up the bronze axe. Oh man, that's rude. That he just like, bah, didn't pick up the bronze axe, didn't matter. Vultus not only picked it up and went through the entire, pyramid. He didn't pick up, he fought the 2 bosses. He fought the Sons of On-Her mini-boss, and then Rimsala. He didn't go through all of the Gourds there, but still went to the pyramid. There was another journey to that side of the river. Going in, hitting all the buttons, everything like that. Like, that's time. That was way more than, 11 seconds. So, wow, what a seed. Just... One thing that was nice is, while it was hard difficulty, plenty of experience, plenty of gold. Not a lot of difficulty there. Rambler spending a little bit more time at the beginning, leveling up against a few extra Skeletsnails. Sent Vultus out in an early lead that he slowly pulled away with a little bit more. And then Rambler, I mean, somehow rubber banded back. With, I think it was when he got money and went back to Blimp the first time to then level up and get money and everything like that, fighting the bone buzzards out in the desert with Fireball, leveling up Fireball, everything like that, got him some cash, and it gave him some extra firepower against bosses because he saved up, he kept all that money and then spent it all on Brimstone. Vultus didn't have as much magic output at the beginning of the game, so then Rambler pulled ahead, and then Rambler had, here, let's do this real quick. How much time? Here, I'm gonna pause real quick. I want to see, how much time did each person spend trying to get the Atlas glitch? Rambler was doing it around the 50-minute mark. Let's do this real quick. When did he come here to start trying to do this? So he's equipping and unequipping stuff here. Let's see. So he's out the door. All right, so this is his first time doing this. We'll say 48 minutes for the sake of math. For the sake of easy math, 48 minutes. He's still going. He's still going. There it is, right there. Okay, so this is when, is this when he commits to it? Okay, so let's go back. So this is when he successfully gets it. So 48 minutes. And this is in an hour and 1 minute. So, and 53 seconds that he's on this screen. So, yeah, what is that? 13 plus minutes trying to get this glitch done. And once again, that, it's a really, ticky little glitch to deal with. But yeah, 48 minutes to an hour 1:53. Okay, so we're gonna call that. We're gonna call it, for the sake of ease, we're gonna call it 14 minutes. So we'll say from 48 to 102. Okay. Now, for Vultus. Where was he? He was doing it a little bit later. He picked it up there. He finishes out the volcano. Okay, let's see. Gets the 10,000 gold coins. All right, this is when he starts his quest. We'll say at 121. For the sake of math, once again, 121. Okay, and that's when he successfully gets it. So that's 130.43. So 9:40. So 9.5 to 10 minutes, where Rambler spent 13.5 to 14 minutes doing that. Which means that, and honestly, it came down to Rambler not having to do the pyramid. But I just think, like, okay, so yeah, it kind of does catch up that time, because there's a 13-second difference in the or 11-second difference in the end result of the race. But Rambler spent an additional, what did we say it was 9.5 and then 13.5 to 14? So an extra 4.5 to 5 minutes sitting and trying to do the Atlas glitch. And like I said, there's the idea of you run in, I'm gonna get this glitch first try, maybe second try, and it's gonna give me so much damage output, it'll put me way ahead of everything else. And then it doesn't happen. And then you go, okay, well, let me try again. And then it doesn't happen. You go, okay, reset, let me try again. And you go up and you get hit by the spider 9 times, and finally on the 10th one it gives you poison, you're like, come on! And it's a pain. At what point, like, at what point do you cut off and go, sunk cost fallacy be damned? Like, or rather, sunk cost fallacy be praised. I'm out of here. I'm ditching this, and I'm gonna go, I've got Fireball, I've got a bazooka. I've done, like I said, for Vultus, his thing was, he had done most of the bosses at this point. And for Coloptera, neither of them used physical attacks to take them out. For Tiny, you don't use physical attacks to take them out. So it sped up the Aegis fight, it sped up the Aquagoth fight, and it sped up the last boss. But would you have spent 10 minutes on those 3 bosses? So, like Aegis, yeah, it has periods of invincibility, but still you have a lot of magic output with high-level Fireball at this point. You've been using it a bunch. Okay. But yeah, that slows that down because you can't zero cycle Aegis. That sucks. It speeds up the fight against the last bosses, but really with, once again, having a lot of magic from already leveling up Fireball to like level 5 or level 6. And really, no, they didn't use it for Aquagoth. They didn't hit Aquagoth. They used magic for that, so that one's out as well. So it's sped up the Aegis fight, understandably, very much so. But then you don't use it for Aquagoth, you don't use it for the Tiny thing, because that's just teleporting, that's just time, once again, that's just traversing the teleporter again and again. You're not speeding anything up by being able to hit like Thor. It speeds up the final 2 bosses, but really, since we're in short boss rush, if it had been long boss rush, yeah, if it had been a full boss rush, definitely sit around and get Atlas glitch. But otherwise, like, you have high magic output at this point with having high level and easy access to having like a full like 45 casts of Fireball to take out Metal Magmar, and then you just have to shop. Like, you have plenty of money. You just make sure you have 90 Cryoblasts, or not even. You make sure you have 50 of them, and you sit behind Carltron's robot. And yeah, that's a much slower fight. But still, he's only half health. He's 15,000 hit points with Cryoblast shots instead of 30,000. I don't know. Someone who knows a little bit more about the... I'm doing broad idea, like, theory crafting. Somebody who knows a little bit more, or a lot of bit more, about the randomizer and about stats in Secret of Evermore needs to crunch some, like, hard numbers and see, like, okay, well, how much time would it take you to take out this person with level 5 or level 6 Fireball? How long would it take you to take out, on average, a short boss rush version of Carltron's robot. And see if that's worth sitting around for 10, 12, 14 minutes to try and get Atlas Glitch. I don't know. Anyway, all that being said, I had to come back to it at the end because I was curious. Still an 11-second difference in the run. Wild stuff. We got a great bit of entertainment here, a great competition as audience members, I feel. So now to do the whole spiel at the end of the video to wrap everything up. Thank you, the audience, so much for tuning in and watching and listening to me ramble on about stuff that I don't know about. More than likely, there are going to be people in the comments that be like, you idiot, you always go for Atlas Glitch. You sit there and you commit. How much time? How much time do you think is viable to commit to Atlas Glitch? And also, it's different for what point in the run you are, of course, right? Here I am, I'm doing it again. I'm getting back into it. So, obviously, if you're like 30 minutes into the run, you want to commit more time to it because it's going to speed things up that way. But if you're further into the run and you've cleared more bosses, I think it's worth less to get Atlas triggered because you've already cleared more stuff at that point. Yeah, you can think about like, oh, somebody else has already had it, and now I'm behind, and now I have to trigger Atlas Glitch in order to catch up. Or you can go, I'm just gonna move on. Like I've got plenty of damage output. I'm just gonna not worry about it. Okay, so thank you, the audience, for watching and listening and everything like that. Once again, thanks to NYRambler and to Vultus for letting me use your VODs for this this race, this little pseudo race commentary, as well as generating and garnering a little bit of conversation, a little bit of theory crafting, hopefully, with the community about the viability of how much time to spend on Atlas Glitch and everything like that. If you want to check out Rambler and Vultus, you totally should. I've got links to their channels down below. You should go give them follows and likes and subscribes and hugs and kisses and all that good stuff, because they deserve it. Because they went through this shit. If you want to play the Evermizer yourself, there's a link below in the description of the video to the website where you can generate seeds yourself. You can either generate seeds within the website, within the browser itself, or you can download a program to have on your own system to generate seeds locally. There's also a link to the Evermizer Discord. If you want to pop in and say hi and say, man, I just came from this loser's commentary. He doesn't know anything about how strong the Atlas Glitch is. You should commit 28 minutes to it if you can. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And they'll be like, oh, was that Crash? I'm like, yeah, he's a moron. Understandable. Go let everybody know that I'm a moron in the Discord group. But also, stop by and play the weekly siege yourself. Or you can ask some questions about how to run the randomizer. Also, there are a lot of people there that are very knowledgeable about the speedrunning in general for this game. So they know all about glitches and skips and everything like that. A wealth of information from the people there in the Evermizer community. And that should be it. Finally, I'm logging off after all this with one more thank you to the audience for sitting around and listening. And I will see y'all next time. Goodbye.